here now, the wisdom that changes your life. Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy to have you here today. If you've been searching for peace, purpose, or a deeper connection to life, this video is for you. Today, we're diving into one of the most powerful and transformative spiritual books ever written, Be Here Now by Ram Dass. This book isn't just about philosophy, it's about waking up. It's about learning how to live fully in this very moment, right here, right now. So sit back, take a deep breath, and let's explore the message that has changed millions of lives across the world. Before we go into the teachings, let's talk about the man behind them, Ram Dass, born Richard Alpert. He wasn't always a spiritual teacher sitting cross-legged under a banyan tree. In fact, he began as a Harvard psychology professor in the 1960s. He was brilliant, curious, and ambitious, but like many people, he felt something was missing. He had success, he had recognition, but there was a quiet emptiness inside him. Along with another Harvard professor, Timothy Leary, he began exploring the human mind through experiments with consciousness and psychedelics. They were searching for answers. What is the mind? What is reality? What lies beyond the ego? But as Ram Dass would later discover, no substance, no external experience could give him the lasting truth he was seeking. He realized that what he was truly looking for wasn't out there, it was within. That realization led him to India, where he met his spiritual teacher, Neem Karoli Baba, lovingly called Maharaji. That meeting changed everything. Ram Dass once said that the moment he met his guru, he knew he was home. Maharaji didn't teach through complicated theories. He radiated pure love, simple, unconditional, boundless love. That experience cracked open Ram Dass's heart. He saw that true spirituality isn't about knowledge or status. It's about love, surrender, and being fully present. Out of that awakening came Be Here Now, a book that would go on to inspire generations to awaken from their sleep and live with awareness. Be Here Now isn't written like a typical book. It's a spiritual journey in itself. The first part shares Ram Dass's transformation, how he moved from a world of intellect to a world of heart. The second part, known as From Bindu to Ojas, is filled with teachings, drawings, and reflections. It's raw, mystical, and poetic. But at its heart, the message is simple: be here now. Those three words hold a universe of truth. Ram Dass reminds us that most of us spend our lives everywhere but here. We dwell in the past, replaying regrets or memories. We rush toward the future, chasing dreams or fearing what might come. But in doing so, we miss the only moment that ever truly exists, this one. When you learn to be here now, something magical happens. Life stops feeling like a race. The noise in your mind begins to quiet. You start to notice the beauty that's always been around you. The way sunlight falls across a table, the rhythm of your breath, the warmth of another human smile. You begin to live instead of just existing. Ram Dass's message is gentle yet revolutionary. Everything you're searching for, peace, happiness, love, purpose, it's already here. It's not in the next job, the next relationship, or the next achievement. It's in your presence, in your awareness of this very moment. He often spoke about the ego, that voice inside us that says, I am this, I want that, I deserve more, I am not enough. The ego constantly pulls us out of the present moment, making us live in stories instead of reality. Ram Dass discovered that when you quiet the ego, even for a few seconds, you meet something far greater, your true self. Not the personality you show the world, but the awareness that watches all of it. That self is peaceful, limitless, and eternal. And the more you connect with it, the more life transforms from struggle into flow. In Be Here Now, Ram Dass reminds us that pain, confusion, and fear are not enemies, they're teachers. They show us where we're still holding on. Every challenge is a chance to awaken, to return again to presence. He wrote that we can turn our everyday life into spiritual practice. Washing dishes, walking, listening, speaking. Everything can become sacred when done with awareness. You don't have to run away to the mountains to find peace. You can find it in traffic, in conversations, in silence. Because peace isn't somewhere else. Peace is what happens when you stop resisting this moment. One of the most beautiful parts of Ram Dass' story is how he combined Eastern wisdom with Western understanding. He didn't ask people to believe in anything blindly. He invited us to explore within ourselves. He said, you can start right where you are. Maybe you're hurting, maybe you're lost, maybe you're searching for meaning. Wherever you are is exactly where you're meant to be. The path begins here. Every breath is a new beginning. Every heartbeat is a reminder. You are alive now, and that's a miracle. Ram Dass also taught about love. Not the love that depends on what others do for you, but unconditional love. The love that sees God in everyone. When he met his teacher, he was told something that shook him to his core. Love everyone, serve everyone, and remember God. He realized that to love deeply, you have to let go of judgment. You can't only love when things go your way. You have to open your heart, even when life is difficult, even when people disappoint you. Because when you love like that, you become free. You no longer depend on others to make you whole. You discover wholeness within yourself. In today's world, we are surrounded by distractions, phones, news, opinions, comparisons. We're always looking outside ourselves for validation. But Be Here Now reminds us to turn inward, to sit in stillness, to listen. Ram Dass said that the quieter you become, the more you hear. Inside each of us is a deep well of wisdom waiting to be discovered. Meditation, mindfulness, even just taking a moment to breathe consciously. These are tools to help you return to yourself. When you do, life stops being something that happens to you. It becomes something you are part of, moment by moment. There's also a profound lesson in how Ram Dass approached aging, illness, and death. Later in life, he suffered a stroke that left him partially paralyzed. But instead of seeing it as a curse, he called it fierce grace. He said that his stroke taught him more about love and surrender than any of his previous experiences. Even in pain, he found peace. That's the essence of Be Here Now, to accept what is, not with resignation, but with grace. Because when you stop fighting life, life begins to flow through you effortlessly. He showed us that even suffering can open the heart if we meet it with awareness and compassion. Think about how powerful that is. We spend so much energy trying to control life, to make it go our way. But what if we learned to trust instead? To believe that every moment, pleasant or painful, has something to teach us. Ram Dass often said, "We're all just walking each other home." Those words are simple, but they carry a universe of meaning. Life isn't a competition, it's a shared journey. We're here to help each other, to love each other, to remind one another of who we truly are, spiritual beings having a human experience. So how do you live the message of Be Here Now in your own life? You start small. When you wake up in the morning, instead of rushing to your phone, take a moment. Feel your breath. Notice the air on your skin. Be present with yourself. When you talk to someone, really listen, not just to their words, but to their heart. When you eat, taste the food fully. When you walk, feel the ground beneath your feet. Every small act of awareness is a step toward freedom. The more you practice, the more natural it becomes. Over time, you start to feel lighter, calmer, and more connected to the world around you. Ram Dass's message isn't about escaping life. It's about embracing it. Spirituality doesn't mean running from your responsibilities. It means bringing presence and love into everything you do. Whether you're working, studying, cooking, or helping someone, it can all become a path to awakening. The moment you remember to be here now, you're already home. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be present. As you reflect on this, remember that Be Here Now isn't just a book. It's an experience. It invites you to see life differently, to move from thinking to being, from doing to flowing, from seeking to seeing. Ram Dass used to say that the heart has its own wisdom, beyond logic or reason. When you live from that space, life becomes softer. You forgive more easily. You laugh more deeply. You begin to see yourself in others. That's what it means to awaken, not to become someone new, but to remember who you've always been. We all have moments when we feel lost, anxious, or disconnected. In those times, come back to these simple words: be here now. When your mind races with worry, be here now. When life feels uncertain, be here now. When you feel joy, be here now. Because this moment is your teacher. This moment is your life. The past is gone. The future hasn't arrived. But this moment is eternal. When you truly see that, you realize there's nowhere else to go, nothing else to become. You are already enough. Ram Dass passed away in 2019, but his message continues to touch hearts around the world. Through his teachings, he reminds us that love is the highest truth, and presence is the path to freedom. He showed us that even the most ordinary moments can be sacred when met with awareness. He reminded us that the divine isn't far away, it's right here, within you, waiting to be remembered. And the more you remember it, the more your life becomes an expression of peace and compassion. So as we come to the end of this reflection, take a deep breath with me. Inhale fully and exhale slowly. Feel yourself arriving right here, right now. This is your life. This is the only moment that's real. And in this moment, you are whole, you are loved, you are enough. Whatever you're going through, whatever challenges you face, know that you can always come back to presence. Because when you are here, now, you are in harmony with the universe. Thank you so much for watching and sharing this time with me. I hope this message inspired you to slow down, breathe, and reconnect with the beauty of this very moment. Remember, peace isn't something you find, it's something you allow. And you allow it by simply being here now. If you felt something from this video, if it touched your heart or opened your mind, please take a moment to like this video, share it with someone who might need it, and subscribe to my channel for more soul-centered conversations like this one. Every week, we explore ideas that help us grow, heal, and remember who we truly are. Until next time, keep being kind, keep being aware, and most importantly, keep being here now.